Alright, first video and kind of first flight I've ever done in Australia. We are next to Phillip Island, which is just over there. I mean, I guess we're on Phillip Island, but the racetrack just over there. So I needed to take a look and see where the actual runway is here. This is kind of a bit of a ate-up airport, it looks like. So we are back in the Seminole. I think it's the Seminole, right? Always get the Seminole and Seneca. Yeah, Seminole. Always get those confused. But we are just gonna take a nice little flight up over the racetrack and then head to Melbourne and check out this new city and all the additions they've made to it. Not that I'll notice anything different because, well, I've never went here. But it should be probably a 30-minute flight. And nothing too exciting. We got live weather and live time on. It's 12:30 in the morning here. Did not feel like racing. Just kind of was feeling a bit burnt out on it, so I decided, yeah, let's just not race today. Instead, I watched Great Late Models at East Bay. Fairly decent racing for the 604s. The 602s were kind of horrendous in the talent level. Looked like a iRacing race. The track is very slick, and lots of people having issues. We're going to taxi all the way down here because it looks like we need to be. Yeah, we're going to have a crosswind, it looks like, the windsock, so we'll just take off in the direction that, well, we can take off this way because we got to go to the racetrack anyways, so it's a crosswind, so it's not going to matter. Get ourselves up in the air. Big crosswind there. Gear up. And not climbing out very well. Let's head over to the track. So this was actually even marked on the world map as a point of interest, so that was surprising. Let's get this thing trimmed out a bit. Nope. Head over here to the coast that we've all seen if you've raced here. I really had no idea where this was, so the island is kind of just in this delta for this bay area, and yeah, I guess it's good to know where these things are. But we've got the racetrack right here. We're gonna go a little bit to this direction. Start to see parts of the track. How good is it gonna be? I don't know. We got turn 2 over there, the sand traps. You can see the track. Yeah, it looks actually fairly good. Elevation changes look fairly decent for this being a flight sim. Not as high quality as I thought it would be with it being a landmark, but it's like they've got race haulers and everything parked there. They've even got the bridge, so they did some work on this. Looks actually really good. Kind of surprised. So, if you were ever wondering what it actually looks like, it's a little better representation of the area around the track. So, now we head up to Melbourne. Probably saying it all completely wrong. A little choppy out here right now, too. We'll climb to 2,000. I don't want to be too high going over the city, because it actually looks like a pretty massive city, and probably photogrammetry. Just try to pull this up real quick. Sorry, hopefully that didn't mess everything up. Just need to save that screenshot. So we're at about 15. You know what? That's going to be good enough for me. We'll go altitude hold. Get the heading selected. Go where we're going and go heading select, and then turn on. There. So we've got the GPS nav going from the airport, but we're going to cross up this direction. You can see that we're actually, I think, 18 minutes out. That might be to the climb point or the approach point. So it might get a little screwed up here since we're, let's get better. Say direct to that. No. Alright, well, I'll do it this way then. I'm sure there was an easier way to do it, but we'll do it this way. So, this looks like a airport that's just a bit in town. It's not the international. Sense. Glad I looked at that. Okay, we've got that. Should be hitting all the wrong things here. I am just a total mess not flying this for a while. Where is my map? Alright, well, we have somehow lost that. Let's just focus on this. Look outside and gather up where we're at. Wait, here we go. Alright, now I've got it back. Let's go with this and nav. That'll take us direct to the airport. We need to speed go up a bit because I still don't know how we lost altitude there. Alright, we're on course now. A little bit of a hill coming up. Gonna climb out. Wow, you know what? We didn't lose. We lost 1,000 while I was doing that. It definitely was not doing an altitude hold. Switching from plane to plane, I forget how things work sometimes. So, along this bay here is going to be the start of the town, and then at the top of it is where we're headed. We should be able to see the F1 track at Albert Park. If I can pick it out right. Looks like this whole area is kind of... We got some smaller towns along the coast here. And then a lot of mountains. Actually, there's some ancient volcanoes over here that I just watched a video about. I assume that is cricket. Hold altitude here. Will you actually hold altitude? Run back. RPM. That's going to keep flopping down on me every time that I go outside to look around. Yo, here is random town number 1 that I actually don't have a map or anything up to name them off. Because my VFR maps that I use in the US obviously aren't all that great over here. It's got a bit of elevation data and that's about it. Nice beach along here. Double check that we're actually holding altitude this time. We are vertical speed 0. Our ground speed 150. So right in line with what we were flying with the Twin Otter. Cut across the bay here. A little harder to see visibility wise out of this plane. I do like the Twin Otter and the Skymaster. Just being able to see so much more without even needing to hop out. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe tomorrow, depending on if I do any racing or not, maybe doing a Melbourne to Sydney flight in the CRJ. And yeah, we might poke around Australia for a while before I eventually go do the Cuba flights that I was thinking about. we can see the city now. It is very clear where that's at. And we are only 9 minutes out from the airport at this speed, so it's gonna be a nice quick little flight. Just start getting a lot more suburbs around here. See the cities forming up. And we should have some photogrammetry coming in. And some very tall buildings. I don't know. We haven't really went through major cities. So this will be a little interesting. Especially to see what the performance is. Still at 1,800 to, let's just see. We got some weather, we do.
Descendant airport information, Golf 0600 Zulu.
158 at 20. Okay.
Visibility 6. Sky condition 10,100 feet scattered. Few clouds at 14,000 feet. Temperature 26. Dew point.
Alright, so we're not going to do the radio communications. I just wanted to figure out what the wind was doing. I don't even know runway-wise what we have here. Let's see if there is procedures. And select approach. We got a 2.6 and 1.7. So we're gonna want 1.7. Okay, yeah, whatever. And that's probably gonna break everything. Just double check it here. Yeah, it kind of did. Alright, I don't want to head that direction yet. Let's go heading. Because I want to go fly over town. This is why I can't bring myself to buy a very expensive controller, because flying anything like this, I can pretty much just fly autopilot, and controller's good enough for landing and takeoff. So it's hard to look at a $300, $400 flight stick and go, oh yeah, that's going to be well worth it to have it sit in front of me while I do everything with the mouse. So still not into photogrammetry yet. I don't know, maybe they don't have photogrammetry for the area. Or maybe it starts just really close to town, or maybe it's just all AI driven and they've had to make big buildings. We got the racetrack, the F1 track right here, it looks like. Got a ship out there in the harbor. Just a bit more. Then fly pretty much over the F1 track and across downtown. But yeah, no photogrammetry. It's kind of strange. So, here is Melbourne, and here's the F1 track with what looks to be extremely large trees that are way too tall. Maybe it's just the angle we're looking at. Yeah, those trees look way too tall. You can see the final turns here, front stretch into there. They race around the lake. And that is 2 racetracks in a very short period. Stadium off over there, a couple of stadiums. Fly illegally over the town, way too low. It looks good, but I think it's mostly built assets and not actually photogrammetry. That is a weird building. We're getting a bit of frame hits here as we go over this. See, some of this looks like photogrammetry, so maybe it's just a much smaller area that they've done. Yeah, that is a pretty massive city. Lots of tall buildings. Alright, let's focus on finding the airport. And, this is being a complete bastard. Let's get on course to catch the flight path and then see if we can have it pretty much guide us in without, too much effort. The airport should be off here somewhere. And that looks like an airport right there. I don't know if it's that close. It actually is. Okay, that's our airport. So we'll just not even worry about autopilot. We'll go out here a bit and get turned around and land. There. This looks like a racetrack. Like a paved track. Alright. Let's go ahead, autopilot off, and pops up all the way. We're definitely, after we land, we're gonna go look at that. See what the hell that circle track was. I mean, it could have just been like a gravel horse track or something, but it really looked like it was paved. For a bit. ourselves slowed down. Get the gear out. We can unmute this now. And we're just catching that runway when we can see it. Bit of flaps, one click of flaps just to help me keep the nose up a bit. Got the runway, starting to see it. Get turned in here. Click, and we should be lined up just right. Got one red, now 4 white. Got a really tall tree right at the end of the runway that I don't think should be there. Watch out for that. Being a bit unstable right now. And we're still for white because we're staying high to get over this tree. Got the power, full flaps. Stay left of the tree here. Threshold markings. That was pretty smooth. I don't know what that last hit was. Definitely didn't sound too smooth there, but alright, we're down. And looks like the best. That looks like terminals. So let's just go park over here. These look like private. Ooh, really weird frame hits right now. So yeah, not quite up to the quality of photogrammetry towns. At least not the outer areas, but racetrack looked good. They put a little detail into that, which I never would have thought they'd do. Still park. Sparco facing this way. Into the wind and kill it, and let's go see what the hell that was. Someone from Australia can tell me when we can't figure it out. Ground speed way up, and this way. Sure, is that paved? Or is it dirt? Well, it's definitely not a racetrack now, because it's missing a big section. It must, I think this was a dirt horse track? Maybe? Or maybe they had a paved track on the inside of the horse track? I don't know. It's obviously no longer in use with the big gap there, but there we are, Australia, and we're gonna go see a lot more of it as we fly off in that direction and see what else we come across. But nice quick flight, and I will try to get some racing out later today, but wanted to get something out for you and doing a flight. So thanks for watching.